What's up, y'all? I'm back out here on the range, as you can see behind me, on another cold, sunny morning. We got some really special stuff planned for out here today, and we're gonna start it out with what's sure to be a battle for the ages. I'm sure y'all have heard there's a new kid in town flapping his gums about being the best 22 LR defensive round. Well, the champ's got word of it, and he ain't real happy about it. But instead of doing a bunch of talking about it, we're gonna give that rookie a chance to see if he can dance. So, of course, we've got the world famous Jelly Arena open for business, ready for a sellout crowd with the two chronos, two freshly melted blocks of gel here, perfectly clean, so we'll have a nice clean fight. Of course, we don't allow any naked fighting out here, so we got the heavy clothing barrier with the layer of denim, fleece, and 2 layers of cotton t-shirt. And then we've got our contestants today. In this corner, weighing in at 32 grains, fighting out of CCI, we've got the Uppercut 22 LR jacketed hollow point self-defense round. Now, again, 32 grains on this one. He's claiming 950 feet per second. You can see here, nice nickel plated case, really fancy, nice jacketed hollow point. This is actually jacketed and not plated like most of the where I think all of the other hollow point 22 LRs right now. So very, very interesting, very unique. Now, this is optimized, as you can see here, I don't know how well you can see, for 2.5 to 4 inch barrels. So this is sure enough meant for defensive purposes out of short barrels. And then in this corner, weighing in at 29 grains, fighting out of Federal Premium, really no introduction needed, the reigning lightweight 22 LR defensive champion, the Federal Punch. Now, of course, as we all know, the Punch brings us a different fighting style when it comes to defensive use here. This is actually a solid 29 grain, solid flat nose projectile, completely nickel plated, as you can see. Now, the claims from the Punch are 1,070 feet per second through a 2-inch barrel, so very, very similar barrels for what they're claiming they're getting their velocities out of. Now, if we go by the claims here, the new kid Uppercut is already fighting an uphill battle. Just based on the numbers that they're giving us here, it's already lacking the energy and the punches that the Punch is providing to us, but we'll have to see just exactly how they both use that power. Now, I've also got a new tool out here today to launch these things with. I went ahead and picked up a Ruger LCP II in 22 LR. This is the little light rack 22 LR LCP II, 2.75 inch barrel on this thing, so right there in the wheelhouse of where these things are supposed to be optimized for. The reason I went ahead and grabbed this one, I've got several 22s, but I went ahead and grabbed this because I personally believe that if you're seriously running a 22 LR for defensive use, especially if for whatever you're running it as a primary, you would want something like this, and I feel like this is probably one of the most popular options right now for that purpose. So I'm definitely looking forward to this highly anticipated contest. Let's get everything set up and let's get ready to rumble. All right, round one, velocity testing. I'm gonna give each of them 5 punches down range, starting with the rookie Uppercut. Now, remember, the box is claiming 950 on this, I believe it was, from a 2.5 to 4 inch is what they say. So I'm guessing we're not gonna see 950 from this 2 3/4. Now, those of y'all not familiar with this lab radar, you're gonna get multiple readings from this thing. The large number is gonna be your muzzle velocity, and then you're gonna have 5 additional ones. The first one is set for 3 yards, which is roughly where the gel is here at 10 feet. So you got 3 yards, and then you've got 10, 15, 25, and 50. Now, being that these are such small weight and small calibers, we're probably not going to see 50 consistent, if at all. We're probably 25 may even be a little sketchy, but we'll see what we get here. But again, it's saying 950 muzzle velocity here, so see how close we can get to that. 919. Uh-oh, we got a misfeed there. Now, one thing I wanted to say, and I didn't, is I'm not going to hold any kind of misfeeds or anything against the ammo or against this little new tool. Maybe wasn't such a great idea to run in a new tool, but we'll see how it goes. I did run 20 rounds of golden bullet right before this. Didn't have any problems with that, so take that for what it's worth. Got 857, 764, 878, whoo, that was 75 yards and 838. So not the most consistent out of this. Let's check the average. All right, so our 5-round average there was 852 feet per second. So about 100 off from what that box is claiming. Now we did have a high of 919. I believe that was that first one, and that low snuck down to 764 for whatever the reason. So that opened our extreme spread way on up to 155 with a standard deviation of 57.2. Now this is 22 LR, so you expect some craziness here and there, but it is premium stuff. So again, I don't know why this spread is like it is, but it is what it is. Let's get this stuff reset and let's see what the champ can do. All right, the champ is here. The champ is here. We're gonna do 5 rounds from this one also. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna outdo the velocity with these punch right here. Remember, box on this is saying 1,070 out of a 2-inch. Now I don't think we'll see that, but hopefully I'll be pleasantly surprised. Got a click, no bang right there. Very, very light primer strike. I know y'all not gonna be able to see that. That ain't good. Let's put that one to the side and maybe we'll have to come back to that. I probably should not have picked today to use a new tool, I guess. Let's see here. That one was all right. 1143, now we're talking. Ooh, 75, 1111, 1117. Oh, got another click, no bang right there. Another light strike right there. Let me load these two back up and see if I can get them to run. All right, these are those same 2 rounds. Let's see if we can finish it off here. Hopefully they'll run this time. That one ran. 1173. And 1117, so definitely faster. Those light primer strikes kind of concern me for sure. And you know, again, this is brand new here, so I'm not gonna really blame that either way right now. I'll run some more and see what happens throughout the rest of the test, but let's check out that average. All right, so that time our 5-round average was 1,132 feet per second, so much faster than the uppercut. Now, a little tiny bit lighter, but a lot closer to the advertised box velocity from this punch right here. So from what I'm already seeing, I would say this punch is definitely more effective at its weight class. So 1132 right there. We had an extreme spread that time of 63, so better there, and a standard deviation of 26.2. Now definitely again concerning with the light primer strikes, but that's really neither here nor there for this test. So 1132 on that one, and if you remember on the uppercut it was 852, so you talking about 280 feet per second faster from that punch. I mean, that's a huge difference right there for no more weight difference. Now you did have that one low round here, but even at that, I mean, you would still be over a 200 foot per second difference there. So vastly different on speed, and that's equals performance. Speed equals performance no matter how small, but hopefully we get some good performance out of both of these. Let me get everything reset and y'all know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's jelly time. We're gonna give each one of them a 1-2 combo down there in the gel. We're gonna let the rookie uppercut go first. Let's see what he does. Only thing I'm worried about is that cloth. Well, really these speeds, but I've really got my doubts. If it does happen to expand through that cloth, I'm guessing about 8 inches, something like that, but I'm really worried about this cloth, y'all. Let's see what it can do. Got a little issues there. See what we got going. We had the failure to feed, and we actually had a light primer strike right there too. So I'm gonna kind of chalk that one up to the tool since they're both having them, but let's see what we get here. I'm not even sure where that round went, so hopefully I'm not going where this one's going. And another light primer strike. And that's on that same round. Let me go grab a different round. All right, I got us a fresh one here. Let's see if this one does all right. I hate to see that, really. Like I said, it's I'll have to chalk that up to the LCP, I suppose. Let's see. All right, those should have been some good ones. So let me go see what we got. All right, y'all, I believe that rookie's done come up in here and bitten off more than he can chew. The champ's about to show him what it is, I believe. Let's see what happens here. Got that first one, but we got a stovepipe on this second one here. This little LCP Max doesn't seem to like either one of these right now. We didn't get a light primer on that, and I got an old bent up case there. I'm gonna get a new one. All right, I actually got two new ones because I'm sure y'all can probably already see the champ decided to leave the building down there. Let's try that again. All right, I believe that was a good one. And that was a little bit low, but hopefully it didn't get into the bottom too bad. Let's go see what we got. All right, let's check out the damage and see who needs to be patched up down here, y'all. Nothing surprising at all. This is about what I expected right here. I'll just tell you, long story short, if you don't want to hear the long version, the punch, the champ absolutely cleaned this rookie's clock in every way. It absolutely totally embarrassed this rookie uppercut. But let's take a look at what we got anyhow. So the first uppercut right there on the top, as you can see, comes in here, a little tumbling right there. I'm pretty sure that was the uppercut and not the punch, but tumble right there, goes a little bit further and ends up facing forward here. Absolutely zero expansion, no expansion at all. Now the punch, that one going up at an angle, that's the punch. Believe it or not, I put that first punch exactly in that first uppercut track, so that's why it curved out. I'm kind of glad it did curve out. But anyway, the second uppercut down below it, pretty much the same exact story. Comes in here, tumbling action right there, keeps on going and ends up maybe within 1/8 of an inch forward momentum of that other one. So almost exactly the same penetration, which looks to be about 10 inches if I'm guessing, maybe 9-10 inches. But again, absolutely zero expansion from a jacketed expanding hollow point. And then the champ busted on through the door like the Kool-Aid man. As you can see, not even close. Now that first one curved out. I'd say it would have ended up down here too. But the second ones, you can see very, very close, but totally independent. Both of them, same kind of deal. It doesn't look like that tumbles. The top one definitely doesn't look like a tumble. The bottom one may have. It's hard to say without a high-speed camera, but I don't think they did. Carried on through this block here. The first one, I don't know if that was the first or second one, but one of them went into the second block about 1/4 of an inch, so about 16 1/4 probably. And then the other one is right here. I don't know how well y'all can see that one. It's probably, I'm gonna say 14, 15 inches. So absolutely fantastic penetration from that punch. More velocity, more energy, more penetration. Neither one of them expanded, so it's pretty much a no-brainer as far as who came out on top here. So as far as penetration on them, these uppercuts, you got one here at 10 1/4, and then the other one is exactly 10. So 10 and 10 1/4 on both of those uppercuts. For me, especially being a 22 LR, that's definitely not cutting it. The punch here, this first one again is actually at 16 1/2 inches into that second block, and then the other one is at 14 1/2. So very, very nice penetration from both of those. And let's see if I can get you a close looking, because that punch is behind it, so it's hard to see. In front here, that's the uppercut. That down below, that's the punch. It's behind the other one. So all that disruption you're seeing, that's the tumbling from the uppercut. As you can see, that one stops right there. We'll go up to the top one. Same deal there, and same type of disruption. Almost the exact same performance from both of the uppercuts. The punch, on the other hand, is behind it. I think you can see it better from this angle. You can follow that track and see where it's going on through. I don't know. I think that was the one that stopped right there. It could have been this one right here, though. Either way, very, very nice penetration from both of those. If we go up above here and follow it back, it's really hard to see because they're right on top of each other, but that's actually both of them right on top of each other. All right, let's check out these projectiles. Nothing exciting to see here. I was hoping I'd get to see some little mini flowers open up with these uppercuts, but absolutely nothing. As y'all can see, there's both of the uppercuts there. You can see not even an attempt at expansion, none at all. You can see from the side there. The punch, you can see it there. Didn't expect anything, obviously, there being a solid flat nose. So disappointed for sure in these uppercuts. I mean, they're supposed to expand. Either the cloth got them. It doesn't look like they clog bad, but that doesn't really mean anything. It could have pushed it out of the way after it did fill up, but I think it's just a matter of speed myself. But let's get us a few measurements on them anyway. We'll weigh them here. The punch started at 29. This one here is 28.4. This one here is 28.6, so nothing lost there. I'm sure it's just manufacturing tolerances. The uppercut started at 32. That one's at 32.0, and then this one here is at 31.6. So again, I suspect nothing at all lost there, just manufacturing tolerances. And then as far as sizes, again, nothing exciting to look at here. I'll just measure the bases in length. You got 222 and a length of 345, 223 with a length of 343, and then on your uppercut here, you got 218 with a length of 383 and 218 again with a length of 384. And there you have it, y'all. The CCI Uppercut, new kid on the block versus the champ, the Federal Premium Punch. Absolutely no contest as far as I'm concerned. This punch just dominated this uppercut in every way imaginable, from the velocity and energy to the penetration. Expansion was an absolute non-factor because this didn't expand at all like it was supposed to. So every way possible, this punch just dominated it. Was I really surprised? Not really, because this punch is just the magic formula when it comes to short barrels. I mean, it is just unmatched. When you're looking for the round for the shortest of short barrels, this punch is just it. So, you know, I would say the uppercut put in an admirable showing, but it really didn't. It fell flat on its face. As far as I'm concerned, this was an absolute 10 count in favor of the punch. All right, y'all, that's gonna bring us to the end of what was a one-sided shellacking by the champ. Again, this was just absolute domination. That rookie uppercut was just far outclassed by this Federal Punch. Nothing really positive to say about the performance from this uppercut at all. I'd like to touch on the high points of it, but there ain't none. There just really ain't none. The penetration wasn't there. The energy wasn't there. The expansion was not there that this thing is designed to do. So nothing good that I can see to even say about the uppercut. The punch, on the other hand, did what the punch always does. It comes in here, puts in a solid performance for its weight. Very nice penetration, nice velocity and energy for a 22 LR. So once again, just like every single time, the punch proves why it is the champ of 22 LR defensive rounds. I think the biggest concern out here would have to be the LCP and the way it actually handled both of these rounds. You had multiple light primer strikes from both of them, multiple failures to feed of some kind or another. And I'll just tell you, those golden bullets I've ran, I ran another magazine full of them. I hadn't had a single problem with the golden bullets through that LCP through 30 rounds now, basically 30 rounds. So it could be a matter of the case being longer, because I don't know if I mentioned this uppercut case is longer, just like the Stinger, just like the punch, a little bit longer than a standard 22 LR. So it could be the extra length on the case, could be because that LCP is new, who knows. But either way, I personally wouldn't run either one of these rounds through that LCP II in particular until I could run way more of them and just verify how reliable it is or isn't. But let me know what y'all think about the performance from these uppercuts out here. I'm sure most people's got to be disappointed in them. Is this kind of what you expected, or did you expect them to perform well? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you take a second, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you get notified when I upload new stuff. Take a second if you would and check out those affiliate links in the video description. Anything you buy after going through those links down there, I get a kickback from them toward the channel, so I really do appreciate that. As always, a big thanks to my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all for supporting the channel like y'all do. I've got a couple more really interesting tests planned for out here today with this uppercut, so if you're looking to see them through a little bit longer barrel, stay tuned. I got some stuff coming for you. Lots of really good stuff on the way, so be on the lookout. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see y'all soon.